Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to KRSTV. This is your boy Kenny. Now remember, subscribe to my channel. Click that bell so you can get notifications every time I drop a video. Also, follow all the information I have in the description box. Also, like this video, comment on this video, and share this video. Now, this video is a thoughts and commentary, and it's about the a person who was 20-year-old up-and-coming rapper Pop Smoke. His actual name was Bashar Baraka Jackson. He's originally from Brooklyn, but he was actually murdered at a home he was staying at in the Hollywood Hills, due to a robbery gone. He was only 20 years old. Now, a whole lot is being revealed about this. It's still an ongoing investigation, but it's just so sad that this young man at the age of 20, it's just unfortunate because he was just on the verge of beginning his career, only for him to lose his life in such a heinous way. But based off some of the things that are being revealed, like there was posts where the actual address to where he was staying was posted, and then there was a post of him and his best friend is holding a big wad of money. I can honestly say, just from this, Pop Smoke should have had an elder in his camp, someone who really someone who could narrow him down and let him know, like, okay, you're doing too much, you need to chill. Because I think, unbeknownst to him, he was making himself a target, and that can happen with anybody. But it's just so unfortunate because he was so young and probably was ignorant to the fact that there's certain things you should not put out in social media or put out there. And I think it's a thing that's prevalent in our community. When we got a whole rack of money, we want to show it off, or we get new kicks, or we get new jewelry. We want to put that light on us and want to share it with all social media. But there's a lot of danger to that, and there's a lot of danger of putting too much out there, because when you're a person that has status, and this brother did have status, he was really making a big name for himself. He was loved in Brooklyn and was about to really make a big career in the music industry. When you're in that position, you have to have a true understanding that you are meat to the wolves and cheese to the rats. There are a lot of people who are not going to like you, and sometimes those people are in your camp smiling in your face, because everybody that smiles in your face is not your friend. And they also made accusations that his best friend had something to do with it. I don't believe that. I think just like him and his best friend was young, and they were just goofing off, not thinking that what they're doing could lead to something bad. I mean, because this whole case with Pop Smoke is somewhat, reminiscent for me of the silent screen. Something like this has happened previously, where somebody put too much information out there and it came back to bite them back in the worst way. The person that comes to mind when I think of the situation with Pop Smoke, it reminds me of the actual brutal murder of the silent scream star Ramon Navarro. He was of Mexican descent. He was the original Ben-Hur before Charlton Heston. He was a big silent film star. After I would say like the 1940s, after like the post 1940s or whatever, he kind of faded out of the spotlight. But he was very he was very smart and strategic with his earnings, so he lived very well. He had a house in the Hollywood Hills, just like Pop Smoke. And the thing is, with Raymond Navarro, he was gay, but he was closeted, and due to his Catholic beliefs, he couldn't come out of the closet. So what he did was that he would solicit services for male prostitutes, and he would have these prostitutes come to his house. They would, wine and dine, and if it led to more, it did. And sometimes he just would just pay people just to hang out with him because, the fact that he lived in this DL lifestyle, he lived a very lonely life. And sadly, he relied on these people as friends and shared too much information. Like he told one of the guys that he got $5,000 in the house. What he meant was that he invested $5,000 in renovations of his home, but of course, tongue started wagging, and a guy named Paul, who he had at his house a few times before, he invited him to come over, and it was Halloween night of 1968. He asked, can he bring his younger brother with him, and Raymond agreed. And once they got there and they wined and dined and everything, and once Paul and Raymond went to the bedroom, he began to beat him to death. And it was probably one of the most heinous murders in Hollywood, because the Manson murders happened a year after that. So murders in the Hollywood Hills are infamous. And Pop Smokes is another one that adds to that. But I said it reminded me of Raymond Navarro because the fact that he shared personal information with the wrong person caused him to end his life. And it's a different situation with Pop Smoke because it's social media. And the thing about it, social media, all the eyes of the world are watching you. You don't know all in all you may know who's watching your post, but you don't know what they're thinking when they're looking at your post. So you have to be very careful and very strategic what you put out there, because when you're a person of status and you're a person that has accomplished something, same situation with Nipsey Hussle. You are meat to the wolves and cheese to the rats. So you have to be very careful of how you navigate out here. And, rest in peace to Pop Smoke. Gone too soon. And my love and condolences to his family, and may God help them through this difficult time, because I'm pretty sure everybody's devastated. But from what they're uncovering, it looks like it could have possibly been an inside job. Again, what I'm saying, that is a strong possibility, because just because a person sits and breaks bread with you doesn't mean that they like you. It doesn't mean that they love you. They may be just getting close to you so they can stab you in the back. But I just say that the investigation is still ongoing. His family is calling for investigation into this situation, because people would think you in the Hollywood Hills, how could somebody be murdered like that? I'm like, but if you really look at the history of Hollywood, there have been a lot of murders in the Hollywood Hills, and Pop Smokes is no exception. But rest in peace to him. Get down in the comments and let me know your thoughts about this situation. I really do hope that justice will prevail in this case, because this was a young man who was making his mark in the music industry and was taken down when he was about to hit that stratosphere. So until next time, everybody, take care.